All right. You are now all standing over the broken bodies of earth elementals. Poo elementals, yes.
Absolutely.
What do you do?
Well,
There
we
was a
already looted,
place
didn't we?
behind, right?
Yes, though it is mostly caved in.
Can we see in there now that everything's calmed down?
You can poke your little head, make an investigation.
I'll get there one day. There we go. I don't investigate.
As you peek through, you realize the air is very cold and humid in there, and it has created a thick blanket of fog that is obscuring the area behind. But you do get a sense of eeriness and dread. You do know that the chamber beyond is what has been called Rock Blight, an area that has been off limits until the gnomes can figure out what to do about Ogremok's Bane.
So, do we know about this Ogremok's Bane? Did we learn? Is it a deity?
You've
I'm asking the party.
We heard something about it a while ago. I think I can't remember who told us about it, but we did hear something about it.
But like, it's a god.
Me
Like-
pulling up my
like-
notes.
Like what we've been
make
up
a-
against
I
this
would-
entire time.
if you want the DM to give you hints, you can roll history. See if you remember. I don't want to give too much of it to you in case if you want to worship it as a god, that would be interesting. Hi, Code Warrior.
That's not where I was going with that, but sure.
Oh, what's
have
this
the
channel
option.
divinity? Let's find out.
Is it? Are you saying
it's more
investigation
likely.
check?
It's more likely he wants to try and seduce it.
Yeah.
Well,
Only if it's a
obviously,
big
history.
deity, though. If it's a minor, that's
Listen.
not dangerous enough. It's not dangerous
Yeah.
enough if it's a small deity.
Listen, I felt the call. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. What'd you say I have to roll? Investigation.
History, if you want me to give you hints.
Let's get a hint.
Okay.
11, 12.
You remember the gnomes saying that it was an entity that has lived in Rockblight for a very long time, even before the reclamation,
Oh.
even before the fall of Blingdenstone. And you know this entity mind controls earth elementals that get too close to it. But you don't know the nature of this entity.
Listen,
And
guys.
we have been asked to lay it to rest as well.
Right. Yeah, we gotta be careful though, because I mean, we all have dark vision, but this guy is born into the darkness. So
Molded by it, perhaps.
yeah, molded by it. Because one, it's an earth elemental, and two, it's Bane. And that's like a two-part plan. Let's go.
You made it way better by explaining it.
I don't know whether to be
Should we,
proud or
like, go to the
angry.
Should we go through the creepy tunnel? That's probably gonna poison us.
Yes.
Are you going to wriggle your way into the chamber beyond?
I don't think this is a good idea. That's rock blight.
Right.
I do
we're,
it?
If anything, I think we should be trying to, I don't know, barricade it so nothing else can get past. Because if we leave it open and we try to go in and something slips past us, it's our fault if somebody dies.
so
We've been asked to lay it to rest, but
You do know that in a different chamber, the staging grounds, there is a great door that leads to Rockblight that is heavily guarded by gnomes. They have purposely caved in these other areas so that there is only one official way in and out of Rockblight. You can break through, but again, there might be consequences to that.
right. So it's the option of going through the front door to kicking the door, like the wall in, basically.
Right, going through a back door and leaving that door open.
Maybe
Well,
we
Naomi's
door.
also expecting us back, and if we don't show up, she's going to come looking for us.
I
And
believe
yes,
we
that's
were also
is up there.
informed. I
my
believe we were also informed that we could get permission to go from the king or the high steward.
From the king.
Sandfleen Koi played this
Yes.
card for
So
Cora.
we don't even have permission to be here.
Cora, you have been
we
granted
have-
advantage by
We requested
Dean.
to come here, but not to go through there. So yeah, we probably should.
So we got some governmental red tape on us. Is that what I am to understand?
Well, we've already pissed off enough people here. We should probably avoid pissing off more.
Yeah.
Glances at Anna.
All right.
I mean, we
How
could
should we
just
block
sneak
the
in.
tunnel?
We
So how
could
should we
sneak
block
in.
the tunnel back up?
So the thing about blocking the tunnel with Earth against Earth elementals,
It's not
I
very
don't know
helpful
how
now.
to do that.
Well, they did it
Ice?
one time.
I don't know. They caved it in.
I mean, I've caved in a cave before.
The area that's revealed, by the way, is like this big.
Oh,
Oh. Do I find a rock on the ground aside about,
sorry,
about
I'm so
this
small.
big?
Yeah.
I'm so
Look
small.
bigger to me. My bad.
Can
I pick up the rock and I'm like, am I going to ruin this if I put it in the wrong way?
No, you're good.
All
Can
right.
I know, 'cause
either
I'm as well.
do
Go ahead.
a perception check or just maybe like a room description since I missed last session?
You are in what is called the Cultivation Cavern. It is a little farm plot where gnomes, when you first entered, there was a bunch of gnomes tilling the fields. There's a bunch of mushrooms being grown in cute little rows in the middle. There's mushrooms growing on the walls, and there's like a little rest break bench and some bread off in the corner. The entire room is lit by fire beetles that are just chilling. These beetles look like they are partially domesticated. Cat cam. Cat
Love.
cam. So cute. Where is party screen? Okay. So these are all a bunch of like caved in tunnels. The tunnel you came in through is the southern tunnel, which is a little misleading because this map is turned on its side. That's why there's a northwest and east kind of scribbled on there. Yeah, and all those little like shiny bits on the ground. As you pick one up, getting excited, these look like those spell gems that have been placed all about the city, but these ones look cracked and dull, like they've lost their luster.
Like they've maybe been used.
Yes, like they're
perhaps.
empty.
Okay. She's gonna collect a few if she can, because she remembers something about like kind of recycling them.
Mm-hmm.
She saw someone do that, but also is Jim Jar with us?
Jim Jar took
kids
the kids back because they were really weepy.
Okay. Is there anything else that sort of like feels special about these gems, or that's just sort of she recognizes that those are the same type she's
Yeah, they just look like empty spell gems. And it's possible that they were used to cave the tunnels in.
Mm,
There's like scorch marks in the area.
okay, so she's gonna grab some of those. She's also curious, is there anything going on at this table over here?
It looks like that's where gnomes were taking breaks and sharing their bread and their drink, but they all ran once the elementals showed up.
Okay. And did the cave-in happen while we were here?
No. Everything. So what happened was these were already caved in. In fact, they have strict rules to not let elementals near this area because it's very close to Rock Blight. And you guys were kind of digging through, looking to see if you could find anything interesting. And
Well, we
one
found
of
it.
you like rolled.
us.
Yeah, they like kind of like their bodies kind of
Reassembled.
reassembled, and you had to fight them.
Have
It was
you
at the
identified-
request. It was at the request of the NPC that we did that, so
Yeah,
it shouldn't get in trouble.
Nami she wanted to bring the remains of these things back because she wants
And
to
have
study them,
we
and she'll pay you for them too.
identified the mushrooms?
You notice I actually have the list of what they are. Most of them look like edible mushrooms, mostly like the more common snacky types. Let me go. Okay, cultivation cave, not cultivation cavern, cultivation cave. You see some barrel stalks. You see some blue caps, nilhog noses, torch stalks, and trillimax. Do you guys remember what those are, or do you? None of them are particularly rare. Barrel stalks look like barrels. The flesh is edible and there's water inside of them. Usually, blue caps, their spores are ground up to make a flour, blue flour. In fact, all the bread you've ever seen in the Underdark is this like teal blue color. Nilhog noses are mushrooms that if you eat, they make your nose very, very very sensitive, where you have advantage on perception checks based on smell, but you have disadvantage on things like fart clouds.
Oh, that would be cool.
Torch stalks.
You tried it.
Maybe someone could actually smell it.
I think we tried it and it was like it barely
Briefly. Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, I can
Torch
smell."
stalks, if you strike them, will light up, but there is a chance they'll explode. In fact, Cora has made exploding arrows with the torch stalks. And trillimax, I think their stems are edible, their stalks are edible, and their caps are often used and dried out to make things like parchment or bags or scrolls. It's like a papery, fibrous cap.
Awesome. I take some of the blue flower mushrooms.
The blue caps. All right,
Yeah.
roll 66.
You sure we should be taking stuff with that landscape?
I mean, we just helped them. I don't see why it's a big problem.
Fair enough.
25.
You see 25 of them all kind of like lined up in a row.
I just want enough to like fill my bag back, like fill up supplies. So I guess that'd probably be 10 of them.
Okay. I just dropped my water cap. And now I have an open bottle next to my computer. That's amazing.
Ooh, fun.
Not scary at all.
Nope.
Also,
Nope.
I,
Nope.
Be careful.
Also, I helped Kothar fill up the hole by putting a big rock by the Kothar puts the big rock by the hole. I put 2 smaller rocks underneath the big rock, and then I draw over all 3 rocks to make it look like a glowing penis.
It's very,
Is
very
that to make it
professional.
more?
It's
Stable?
an ancient dwarven sigil of protection.
Watch, this whole time, it's like a D with an equal sign. It really is a rune.
It was a rune that's passed down from generation to generation. In all wars. You wouldn't know about it. 'Cause,
Oh, where did it originate from? That's interesting.
it originated from our hometown actually.
From Gauntlgrim?
Gauntlgrim, right? Yeah.
Oh, Eldred never told me about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, she did. She probably didn't know about it. It was super secret.
Oh,
Well, I just want to
Nicole
read
will-
something really quick. Okay.
I
Go ahead,
see.
Nicole.
Dick rune.
About the dick rune. Nicole will help Cora look through the spell gems. The spent ones.
As you're picking up these empty spell gems, everyone make a perception check. I should start clarifying what kind of perception it is, because I know that some people have advantages or disadvantages on certain things. It's a listening check.
Sounding game.
Cora got 22, baby.
How do you do
And I
different
got
types of
19.
perception?
What?
Can
How
you
you do
select a
different-
different kind?
No.
Yeah.
There is no different click. I'm just specifying that whatever is about to be perceived is a sound.
Yeah. Like if somebody if like we're perceiving something by taste, I get disadvantage, obviously.
Yeah. Well, because some beasts
smell.
have advantage on like perception checks based on smell, you know. All right. Cora, as you're picking up these spell gems, you hear a soft little pitter patter approaching from the west. And you hear a little.
I've got the black lung pop.
Not gonna lie, every time I cough, I've been sick for 5 weeks. My husband always goes, "I've got the black lung," to make fun of me every time.
Is that from
Oh,
something
man.
specifically?
Yeah, that's Zoolander.
Yeah, from Zoolander.
Oh,
He
oh.
goes to the mines with his dad, but he goes in
Yeah.
like his modeling outfit. And then like after one day, he's like, "Papa, I think I got the black lung."
And he coughs like this. So you hear a little.
She is going to stealthily investigate. She's gonna tell the party. Shh. Cora hears sound.
You turn around and there's just a gnome standing there in like ratty brown robes, just staring at you all.
Oh, so we've been spotted.
That you realize that was a
Oh.
Should we move again?
Hold on, let's see if I can do it. I see that you're interested in rock blight. Well, that's mighty interesting.
Who are you?
Oh, that's a really good question.
We're not gonna get a fuck you this
I'm
time.
not gonna say who you remind me of.
I know who I remind you of, and it wasn't on purpose. It just happened. I'm Gerdic Tapfinger. I am the High Priest. My name is Gurnip.
Turnip?
I'm the
Like
High.
turnip?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But I'm the. I'm the High Priest of Calardur and Smooth Hands.
Sorry, one more time.
That's a
hurts. Oh my god.
that sure is a mouthful.
Smooth Hands. Smooth Hands.
Smooth hands.
Smooth hands.
Smooth Hands. The priest of
course.
Calardur and Smooth Hands. Perhaps you've heard of him?
No. Never.
I forget what his domain is. I gotta check real quick.
You're the
Yeah,
high
yeah,
priest,
great.
you said?
Yeah, great priest.
No, Scarlet forgot. Sorry.
I don't know.
high
It's kind of
priest
weird
is
that the high
one of
priest doesn't know their own deity.
Stop!
In
Oh,
They're a
oh,
little forgetful sometimes.
here's the gnomish god of mining and stone.
Oh,
Not.
okay. Yeah, we were actually just plugging up one of the holes because of the earth elementals. I think mine went out.
Yes, those earth elementals, you know, the temple to Calardur and Smooth Hands, which is called the Steadfast Stone, is in Rockblight, and I haven't been able to go and do my prayers in quite some time. It's really sad.
Yeah. Guys, I think we should help. I don't know. Something about this makes me really want to help them.
What is the
What?
general appearance of this person? Of this
So
gnome?
much help.
He has the face of your favorite grandfather.
Hey, we have to pick one?
He's wearing a very shabby brown robe with a little badge that has like a mining pick and a stone. And
Can I do a religion check?
sure.
To see if this is a rival religion to mine?
Oh my gosh.
Cora's
Let's
about to
see.
throw down. Oh god.
Yeah, she's
Maybe
gonna
not.
throw hands.
You know,
Gotta
I love
defend the shine.
rubies. Star rubies. Star sapphires.
Red
Yeah,
sapphire.
I think we need to get permission from the king.
Um,
Before we can do anything.
can I do a religion check?
Sure.
To see if this is a rival religion to mine?
Not.
Okay.
19.
You know that you know that you noticed in the Ruby in the Rough, there were the main altars are dedicated to Sigojin. But you saw a couple of minor, like, pedestals set up, and there was people coming into worship, and there was a disproportionate amount of people at a specific pedestal that had the same symbol that this gnome is wearing. And you can conclude that the gnomes that used to worship at this temple, wait, what is it called again? Sorry, there's so many names, man. Yeah, the Steadfast Stone is the Temple of Smooth Hands, are now worshiping at the Ruby in the Rough because they've been a bit displaced. So you can conclude that this is an ally in the gnomish pantheon.
So they are currently sort of using the Ruby in a Rough as like a temporary place of worship because the Steadfast Stone has been
Overrun by earth elementals.
Oh no.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Gerda Black Turnip.
Gurnip?
Yeah,
My Gurnip.
Gerda Black Turnip Tap Finger, because I do this a lot.
Turnip cat finger.
Tap finger.
Tap Finger, you know,
Tap.
Oh, like the dance.
Yes.
tap.
Dance.
I can do a little bit. And he starts doing a little.
Does he tap his finger though to a
Yeah,
silent
he's
note?
like,
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you know where the king would be? Because I think we have to ask him permission to enter so that we can clear out all the like bad guys.
oh, do you mean Dorbo and Senny Diggermatic?
Yes.
Wait, there's two.
There's a king and a queen. They're married. It's a tradition.
That's
The way
oh,
us steep gnomes always have a king and a queen. They split the work but are of equal importance.
Oh, okay. We only heard about the king. Okay. Can you point us in the right direction?
Certainly. If you name drop me, I'm sure they'd be willing to listen.
I will make sure I remember the name of Gurup Town.
Gurnip.
Bless my soul. Bless my rubies.
I take their hand and I give it like I like do a little bow.
Oh, well, aren't you just the sweetest little dwarf? All right, well, if you just go to the east of the residential district, that is where you'll find the king and the queen. Anyways, I'm gonna go look at the singing stones. Catch y'all later.
Garnet?
Yes?
Before you go, can tell Cora what happened here? And she points to the cave-in. And all like the kind of the empty soul stones that have been left behind.
Ah, yes. Well, when all of these earth elementals started turning, and that damn Medusa started turning people into stone, we decided it was best to cave it in. It's very dangerous.
Did you say there's a Medusa in the area?
Well, rumor has it that there's a Medusa that turns people to stone. Very nasty. She's
Oh,
probably in league with Ogre Spain. She turns things to stone, and he possesses them. They've got themselves a nice little army in there. They've overrun the Steadfast Stone. In fact, and he holds out a very bright ruby spell gem. This thing is glistening with power. You know, the symbol of Smooth Hands is a glistening, glittering ruby. This ruby has the spell Hallow in it. I'd be very appreciative if you could hallow the ground of the Steadfast Stone.
For Cora, please.
Yeah.
Hands you this
Give that to Cora.
spell gem. It feels heavy, like you can feel the magic inside of it. It is like thrumming with power.
You just look at Cora's eyes and like it reflected just are like the sparkles of this ruby.
All right.
He's definitely our keeper of shiny things.
I see you are a priestess of Shagodran.
Yes, priestess of shiny.
Well, we are mighty glad to have you. There's not enough.
Cora, help.
He does like a little gnome bow, and then he waddles off to the north, or I'm sorry, to the west through the caverns.
We got our reputation up a little bit. We got a good name, and we can go
Well,
to the king
maybe.
and the queen and let them know
That-
that we got a voucher.
Dude, that was the most challenging voice I've ever done, and I don't know why I picked it.
Let's do the challenge.
We should probably go find
Nami
What's her name?
first.
Nami before we go anywhere else. I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening to her.
She is waiting for
Give her
us.
the stuff. Make sure she's okay as well. She seemed to be a bit beaten up.
Well,
Being flung into a wall will do that to you.
let's go.
You all
Are you
head
speaking
back.
from personal experience?
Yes, I've been flung into the wall a couple of times since we've met.
I mean, I remember you throwing me into a wall that one time. It was good.
All right,
times.
let's go. Let's go.
You all wander back to the Ruby in the Rough. You see.
While we're walking back, Kohler's gonna kind of hang back, and he's gonna find his way to Jamich, and after like a minute of silence, he's going to say, kind of in a hushed voice, "You didn't hear this from me, but you know today is Nicole's birthday, right?"
What?
To where?
We need to cook things.
Isn't it also Yaslin's birthday?
Not yet. Still have a week.
Almost.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I think
Never
Yasmin's birthday is in a couple of days, but today's Nicole's birthday. So, I was wondering, could you do something similar to what you did for our birthday with the cake?
Absolutely. Are you saying we should form an alliance?
The Alliance of Birthdays?
Alliance. I mean, we already have the same birthday, so it kind of makes sense.
I know.
We should be in
we
charge of everybody's birthday.
Oh,
Because we have the same birthday. It doesn't
I
make
know,
it
and that-
makes more sense if you don't think about it.
exactly. Think about what?
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make the cake. You
Awesome.
have to get party streamers and candles.
All right.
If anything, just rip your shirt off. He'll love that.
I'm certain he will.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
For the Alliance.
For the whole.
I don't know Warcraft, so this is over my head.
For the Alliance is a very common phrase in Warcraft. and
So,
then is
for the Horde.
For the whole.
For the Horde.
For the Horde!
Horde.
That should be our pass and check where you say for the alliance, then I just say for the horde, and then like fist pump, and like that's our code
That's our
words.
greeting from now on.
Yeah.
For the Birthday Alliance.
For the birthday alliance. Awesome.
So there's a Horde of birthdays to deal with.
Horde of birthdays. Birthday alliance.
You make it back to the Ruby in the Rough, and you notice sitting on a little bench is Nami, Glyphic hovering over her, checking on her head. She's got some bandages. He's like shining a light in her eyes and looking at her pupils. She's like, I'm fine. I just got rattled a little bit more. Oh, it's you. You're alive. Oh, thanks, Gojin. Oh, well, did you get it?
We got 7 pieces of Earth Elementals. to look at.
Excellent.
Very fresh.
Do you have the numbers that I asked you to write down last week?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to take the fragments and look at them. Oh, yes. This is amazing. Okay. What were those numbers?
12, 17, 17.
12, 17, 17.
Yes.
Okay. She is going to dig through her purse. Hold on. And pull out 2,300 gold.
You just walk around with all that.
Some of it's in platinum. I was expecting to pay you for this. This was set aside. If you bring back any more fragments, the bigger they are, the more I'll give you. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Plus, I'm being funded by the government. This is important work.
We might have more for you. We'll just be right back. And Sarah's like, "Guys, let's go." Like, we know where a whole pile is.
Cora pulls out some of the one of the empty soul shards, and is
Oh, what do
like,
you know?
How much for this one?
Unfortunately, this one's kind of... this one was using an explosion spell, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry. And she kind of chucks it. She's like, that's trash.
No trash. She goes and picks it up.
Once they break like this, they can't be re-enchanted.
Oh,
Some spells are easy on it, but something as big as an explosion kind of makes the gem unstable. It's now just a empty shell. It's broke.
Maybe you can make a cool necklace out of it.
yes. Cora, keep for craft.
Nami looks like Lithic. Wait, do outsiders value this kind of junk? Maybe we should sell our used spell gems as jewelry and trinkets. Yeah, that might be a good hustle. And he's like, yeah, that would be a pretty good hustle. Okay.
Some people definitely will like it. How much gold did you say? 2,700?
2,300. What are you trying to hustle me for? Come on.
No, I'm just trying to-
3,500?
Very funny, guys. Very... Ow, jeez.
Your head
Don't
hurts
lay
and
down. Keep awake. I think you have a concussion. I don't have time for this shit. All right.
Another thing, would you mind vouching for us? Like, can we use your name to like say that you vouch for us for the kingdom? Or is that...
Yeah, what is it that you want to meet with the king with again? Remind me.
We wanted to
We-
go to the place with all the earth elementals. Forget the
Rock
name.
Blight.
I mean, I know them.
Oh, you want to go into Rockblight?
We
Yeah.
were asked to, yes.
Holy shit, that's brave as fuck.
Yeah, we want to
I mean, we're either really brave or really stupid.
we want to help the town. So
Wow. Yeah. Dorbo would really appreciate that, actually. Definitely. Yeah, I'll put in a good word for you. You just need to get the okay to get in there. Although I hate to say it, they're a little bit caught up with the were-rat situation, and I don't know if they're going to have time to deal with rock blight. That's not really in the front of their priorities. They're really, really trying to figure out what to do with the were-rat situation. And ow,
It's the were-rat situation.
well, we can talk to them about that as well.
the
Yeah, I mean,
were-rats
we're
are
okay with this, so-
occupying the entire western side of the whole city. That is like double the amount of residential zoning that we already have, and things are getting tight. But they're very territorial.
So they need their own subdivision, is what you're saying?
Well, Dorbo wants them out, gone, out of Blingdenstone. His wife Senny thinks they deserve to be here too, but every time we try to talk with them or parley, we're just met with violence. It's a gang. They're just
Sounds like you need a
they're
professional
were-rats.
negotiator.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, we're here at the service of Blinkenstone. So, well, I guess we can help out wherever we need to.
You guys are something else. Something else. Wow. Never met outsiders like you. That's
Are
good.
you sure you're alright?
Yeah, it's just got bonked on the head a little bit. Nothing a little
Do you
ale
need us
can't
to bonk
fix.
somebody back?
I mean, we kind of.
You already did.
We already
Oh,
did
oh,
on a 0.
That's right. That bonk. That bonk. Okay.
Yeah, it was that bonk. I wasn't jumped on the way here.
Re-jump. Where rats got to me, guys.
Careful. No, they're rascals, man. They keep stealing resources and scratching up anybody that gets close to their territory.
Glyphic no Gurnip?
Oh yeah, Gurnip is here all the time. He's a good guy. His whistle's a little obnoxious, but I don't have the heart to tell him. It's not his fault.
He just needs a good dentist.
Cora met in cave and say need help with steadfast stone.
Man, Gurnip, he's been asking for resources to reclaim Steadfast Stone for years now, and he just won't give up. We can't go there. Rockblight is off limits. Everybody knows that, but the poor sap, he hopes one day he'll get to, get his temple back. And I feel for the guy, I really do. I don't know what I would do without the ruby in the rough, but like what could we do?
What if already go Rockblight and can help?
That's right, you want to go to Rockblight. Like, you want to, dang. But I don't, Ogremok's Bane. We don't know what to do about that. And Medusa and the place, it's a death sentence.
Medusa too.
You think you can take on a whole Medusa?
Yes. She stands up a little taller.
Or Medusa turns things to stone so they're not shiny.
Cora close eyes.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying she's actively making things unshiny.
That's
That
a reason
means
to
they're
stop
perfect
it more. No reason to leave
enemy then.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
good for Cora.
I know. It's horrible. We should stop them.
I think
Cora
that's the
can
plan.
make everything very shiny.
Yes. Absolutely. We should go talk to the king and queen, figure out what they want us to do, and then probably just do that. Because I don't want to say like, hey, we took care of your rear rat situation. And they're like, why would you do that? And then like it becomes a whole thing. So we should probably like talk to them, just so they know like that we are doing this for them, not.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely check in with them. This is a very communal community, very tight-knit community. And
Exactly. We've only heard from one side of the fence. Like, we are not, border patrol. We're not going to just eat people without talking to people
I
As
know that.
outsiders, we should definitely get permission from the ruling people first.
I know that in Golden Room, if you were outsiders and you came in and you just started like trying to fix things, wars would get very offended. So we should probably show the same respect.
Before we all leave, Aslan's going to go over and give 30 gold to, what's the priest's name again?
Glyphic?
Glyphic, as a donation to the temple.
That's a lot of gold. Oh, wow.
Be
Thank
sure
you.
it's the people who need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you give it to him in like a little pouch or something? Or is it like spilling out of his fingers?
In all copper.
Oh, now I wish you didn't give it to me at all.
She probably could do it in a little copper, yeah. No, she was given a little pouch.
paying them in pennies.
He puts it in his little thing. I'll make sure this gets to who it needs to get to.
Right, let's go.
All right. You all start heading down through the residential zone towards what is called the... What is it called? There's a name for their hangout area. The Diggermatic Hall. It's like their palace, though it is not very grand at all. It actually just looks like a large common area that has been repurposed. It's filled with desks and gnomes furiously working, doing a lot of like paperwork, administrative work. And at the center of this area are two large desks, stacks of paper, and two gnomes. There, these desks are facing each other, and there is a man and a woman, both like not looking up, but like talking to each other, just back and forth as they're just doing paperwork and writing. Those are gorgeous.
I made them.
Are
How'd you
those
make 'em?
are those
Resin pours?
resin?
Yeah. I was showing you.
They're so shiny. Oh,
Oh,
that's
and they're
so...
like teal and gold and white lettering.
They look amazing.
They're not. This was just my test pour. They're not perfect, but I like the colors. They're pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty colors.
They look really good.
I want to
Yes.
do that so
They're
bad. I
so
just
successful.
Already.
yeah. Oh, I'll order some dice from you.
Oh my gosh, no! I wouldn't charge anyone for this. Look, the
I
like.
but
Look,
it's expensive.
bubbles. Hang on, wait for it to focus. You can.
Bubbles,
look
those
at
are
my-
extra
Watch,
features.
your camera's gonna refuse to focus.
I know
so
it's
we
gonna
don't see
be
the
like
bubble.
no bubbles.
No, it's
No
perfect.
bubbles.
Your
No
camera
bubbles.
is like gaslighting you to be like. No,
I
it's
know.
perfect.
It's
Don't
like
worry
no,
about
she's
it.
lying to you. Actually. Come on. Come on.
bubbles.
Oh no, it's literally
No.
How about
It happened. They're like,
I want to get a drink, so let's take a like a
5.5.
10-minute break. 10 after. How about that?
Okay.
no. Packington after. Gotcha.
I'm gonna make some tea.
Sounds lovely.
I have tea.
Actually, I'm going to welcome the raid.
Yes.
Yay! Go feed your cats. We'll be right back. I want to make like a intermission, like a
Music.
like a
BRB screen.
yeah BRB screen with like clips from the game, like a
well,
trailer.
I had a BRB screen that used to play clips, and it was like you just have to sub to one person's channel, and they're the ones who run the program. And as long as you're sub to their channel, like you get access to the content, and you can set it to like play clips from specific people, from specific like tags,
Interesting.
I think.
That's
but
really
I
cool.
gotta find it. Mine's broken.
All right, I'll be right back, you guys.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, let me make sure that all my bits are
Hello.
where they belong.
Oh, my bits are never where they belong.
My bits be going crazy.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Out of the Abyss. Thank you for sticking through our little intermission. Say hello to our awesome cast, and remember, you can give that awesome cast inspiration for $10 or 1,000 biddies. Or you can use one of your stream loot cards to affect the game. Currently, Cora has inspiration. Will she use it for good or evil?
Who got it last week again?
I forget. I know that
I did.
Nicole. Oh, that's right.
But Ellie's
saved
had
me.
several weeks of inspiration that she hasn't been able to use because she's been in and out.
Then, yeah, she can have that. I'll give that to her. And since this is the last game before Yaslin's birthday, let's give Yaslin one too.
Thank you.
I'm working on something nicer than that, but you know, for now. For now.
I wanted to get a Christmas, like a Santa hat for today to wear, but
Aww.
because I live in the middle of nowhere, the only shop we have that had Santa hats in it were way too small for me. So I have a massive head.
7 Jades, thank you so much for the $10 for I turned my alerts off so they wouldn't interrupt everybody, which is now in hindsight kind of a mistake. So will you please tell me who that inspiration is going for?
Just remind me, I never replayed that raid alert. For some reason, my alerts don't work at all until I replay them. So very odd.
So I turned them off because I think it was getting disruptive and interrupting. But
No, it added to our game because that's where we got VIP.
Nice.
I don't, you guys don't even hear. I like switched my audio output because the Dark Dominion was like, "Why can we hear ourselves?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll switch it."
Super
7, did you
yeah,
give
no.
it to Cora? 7, who did you give your inspiration to? 7 says, "I'm really liking Cora's character."
I like Cora's character too.
Cora, Cora, inspiration forever.
Yup, you got it.
Inspiration
Forever.
we roll with inspiration.
Then I better,
Never ending well.
I better give you a reason to use it.
Cora's always inspired.
We find you all at the Diggermatic Hall, surrounded by very busy little gnomes doing a lot of I keep hanging on that word, administrative work. I don't know why I keep stumbling on that word.
Just say admin.
Admin, yeah. Admin work. I've been finding myself, my brain stopping before a word that has been part of my vocabulary my whole life and just like drawing an absolute blank, and it's been driving me crazy. I think that's what happens when you get old. So,
Small brain, honestly.
maybe. Forget my vocabulary
I'm-
is shrinking.
I'm having trouble remembering names at the moment. So
I've always had
Never
trouble
been
with
able to.
names.
Yeah.
You see the two, yeah, so you see the two desks facing each other, two gnomes that are clearly in charge, working, talking back and forth, passing papers between each other, signing off, sending this here, take that there, and they are really just in the weeds.
Is there anybody available to help us?
Every gnome is just nose into their desk.
All right. Guys, it's important. This is how you see important people if they have to act like you're supposed to be to act important. Just keep walking. Everybody here's busy, so just act like you're super busy, and we just walk right up to the throne. Let's go.
It's not even a throne, it's just two desks.
Yeah, the two central desks. We'll just walk up.
Right, we're here for our meeting.
Meeting. The woman raises her head. Meeting, and she like adjusts her glasses. Meeting. Dorbo, do we have a meeting for 4 o'clock? no. I pushed them all to 6 so we can get through this inventory. Stamp. I'm
Would you
sorry.
like some help with inventory?
Oh, he kind
We
of
have
like
some
looks
great
all at you.
administrative skills.
Do we?
Do we?
I definitely don't feel comfortable with non-citizens looking over our inventory records.
Makes perfect
I'm
sense.
sorry. Do we have a meeting with you? Who? What?
I believe
Yeah,
that my colleague means we would like a meeting with you to discuss the issues of the town and how we can help.
Oh. I mean, what issues don't we have? Am I right, sweetheart? Stamp.
We mainly mean the rats and the issue in Rocklight.
Oh, and he looks at you, claps his hands, and he perceives your big, shiny weapons.
Flexing muscles just slightly.
Extermination team, I see. Honey, I told you, there's still people. You can't just kill them all. Sorry. My wife is always the diplomat.
We are very against genocide. Mary Band
Can
is.
I perceive if we are actually speaking to the current king and queen?
Make an insight.
Oh god. I don't know.
One is wearing a hard hat, and the other is wearing like a silk fancy top, official looking.
Right. Well, we don't really need much. We're going to take care of your problem for the were rats. Perhaps get them to a more vacant location or talk to them.
Yeah, if you
about
can
being
get them
silent, but
out, just get
Just
them
wanted to-
out.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure it was okay with you. We also wanted to go into the
Blight.
the blight to take care of
As
Bane.
As you guys say rock blight, the sudden shuffling of papers all stops at once. And you see all the little gnomes all like peek up and look at you. Rock blight. Dorbo kind of leans back in his seat. Why would a bunch of outsiders want to get to rock blight?
Well,
Just to stop along our way.
We were actually asked to help with Rocklight
Who?
in the rock situation. A couple of people, actually. The most recent one being Gurnett.
Uh,
The most recent being Gurnett, but we were asked by the temple, by the Ruby and the Gulf.
Gurnup's always trying to get us to Rockblight. I told him we gotta handle the Gold Whisker clan, get those were-rats out of here, and then we can handle Rockblight.
we are at your service. We are a merry band of, I guess you could say, mercenaries passing through, trying to get our way up to the surface. But we figured that any favor we could give to the king and queen, they might be able to help us in return.
What do you think, honey? She goes, we gotta solve that. We can't keep pushing it under the rug. I'm sorry. We gotta do something. Yeah, you know what? If you can solve our were-rat problem, we would be forever in your debt. We will reward you, and we will be open to any other things you need assistance with.
That sounds great.
I do a merry little bow, and I go, thank you. Also, if you have any books, I would love to.
You notice that they're already back to like stamping paper, stamp paper, stamp paper.
Right, I overstepped. All right, let's go, guys.
They didn't seem offended. They just seemed really busy.
Yeah, super not ready to talk. That's okay. Everybody needs a cook eventually. I'll come back. Let's go talk. You know what? let's go talk to the were rats. Perhaps we can come to an understanding. Maybe have them live in co-harmony with the gnomes, or find another place for them to be.
What
See-
if ask Topsy Turvy? Can
Yeah.
maybe help?
I think that's a great
Would
idea to
we-
have Topsy and Turkey to help.
Would we want to put them in that situation? Like they're being cured of it, and they might feel responsible because of how their mother died.
Just talk. Just
We
talk. Ask.
We should leave it up to them.
Yes.
So, do you guys head back to your foaming mug?
I think that's a good idea.
Foaming mug and then gangsters.
Okay. You head back to the
What was
foaming
what,
mug.
what was the name of the gang again?
Gold Whisker clan. An old clan that has been here since before the pioneers showed up to reclaim Blingdenstone.
So technically, they're the natives.
Well, it is assumed, some people say that they moved in after the fall of Blingdenstone and everyone else ran. And they just kind of like, oh, here's an empty city, let's hole up.
Oh.
Others say that they are the descendants of gnomes who survived and hid during the fall. But that's all you know. And you know that the attitudes towards them are completely mixed. So half of the citizens believe they need to get kicked out. The other half wants to embrace them into their ranks.
This is where diplomacy comes in. We can't be violent with them right off the bat. Of course, if we are attacked, we will have to defend. But let's try and let cooler heads prevail.
You arrive at the foaming mug. And in your rooms, you see Jim Jar on one of the beds with Topsy and Turvy on either side of him, and he's reading a book.
What book is he reading?
Don't ask.
So, the book is actually one of J. Mitch's textbooks on, like, some really obscure topic. And it's in Dwarvish runes. But Jim Jar is just, like, saying a story and pretending like he's reading out of the book.
Oh.
He's like, and then they got all of the glittery gems back from the evil kobolds, and they all lived happily ever after.
Are Topsy and Turvy into the story?
Yeah.
Did they
Oh,
take the
that
cobalt
makes sense.
candle?
What?
I said, did they take the cobalt candle?
Not that kind of kobold. Kobolds and gnomes are mortal enemies in the lore, so that's what we're going with. Yeah, they're really into the story, and they're like, read it again. He's like, all right, I'll go back to the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a very, very handsome gnome who had all of the shinies, the shiny gems.
I hate to interrupt. We need to ask Topsy and Turvy a question.
They both look up at you, and they pop out of bed, and they're in much better spirits. And they're like, hello, Mr. J. Mitch. Do you want to hear the story about the handsome gnome with all of the gems?
Oh, that's actually a book from my satchel, so I've read that plenty of times.
Oh, what's your favorite part?
The part where the kobolds don't get the shinies anymore.
Yeah, I like that part too. Fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, fuck them.
Language.
I heard you say that.
Yes, but you're a child.
That's not how.
fucking whatever. All right, listen, guys. Focus up here. Hold on. We would like to know if you would like to help us. We are going over to the Gold Whisker clan, bunch of were-rats, and we are hoping to seek out some sort of peace treaty or a way to solve the hostilities in those areas. And we're wondering if you would like to come and help.
They look a little nervous, but they kind of look between each other.
This is completely optional. You do not have to go. We merely thought that you should be included if you wanted to.
You think that we could be of help?
Well, you used to be were-rats, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You have a unique perspective that nobody else here has.
Thankfully, I never turned.
Never turned.
I've actually never met another were-rat. But I do have questions. When we woke up after the cave-in, we had bites on us, but there was nobody around, so we ran. We were in these little beds. So we didn't see anyone, and we just wandered out, tried to go back home. And that's when the others noticed us and our bites, and they scared us off. But we didn't actually meet any were-rats. I have so many questions. I want to know, why did they bite us?
We can definitely get that.
Yeah, I think I'd like to know.
We can ask for you. Again, you don't have to go if you don't want.
No, I need to face my fears. It's what Hemlock would have wanted.
Hemlock would have wanted it. And I smile and I like go to scratch my eye, but I'm like wiping away a tear. And I go, all right, let's Gold Whisker clan will never know what hit 'em with good old diplomacy.
You all,
Let's go.
huzzah,
Diplomacy
for the Horde.
for the alliance. For the alliance, Jamich.
For the Horde, and I give you a
For
fist.
the alliance.
Let's go.
It's like you guys just like get in a fight of saying it, see who could say it last, and you know, because whoever says it last wins.
For the alliance.
Horde. All right, let's go.
Nicole, are you coming for the alliance?
Yes, I'm going. What?
We're leaving. We're leaving. Come on. Come on. The alliance.
I'm
I'm
dead.
not imagining.
let's
He's
go.
saying something alliance, right?
It's like when everybody claps at the end of a performance and you like wait.
Yeah, and you're like-
I was laughing at that.
We're gonna start to think they're insane or something if they keep on doing it.
All right. Sorry, this cough won't go away. You all head to the west, to the forbidden areas. A single door blocking the way to the Gold Whisker Warrens, the territory of the Gold Whisker clan.
Do we have a map?
No map has been given to you. The gnomes are very, they like go out of their way to let you know, no, you may not have a map of our tunnels.
What about just like Blingden Stone?
Should
Oh,
should
for
we
us,
still
for
be in the
us.
cultivation
Sorry,
cavern
no,
is
for
the
us,
question.
for us.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, let me.
Because I was wondering if I just haven't loaded in or not.
There you go.
Go, Skyrim.
You're welcome. But they specifically don't like want you to have maps of their city because, you know, they're a little paranoid. The whole city was sacked.
So we're going over. We're at the
So-
Foaming Mug. We're walking
yeah.
over to where?
This area over here
Okay.
is the Warrens.
In the west.
Yeah.
Guys, should
Wait,
we do
wait.
a sneaky approach? I believe
This
the
is the
correct approach would
this is the door that is everything else is caved in. There is a set of doors here and some gnomes guarding it.
Oh,
If we're trying to be diplomatic, why would we want to be sneaky?
Also, I don't
Yeah,
really know if we
we-
can sneak through the only
I-
entrance.
was just getting a poll of what we're doing. I want to make sure everything's included here.
It's very appreciated, Jamage.
Excuse me, gnome gods. Love what you've done with the place. Listen, we were given a royal decree by the king and queen to open diplomatic relations between the Gold Whisker clan and Lingonstone's member. We would like access through these doors.
He pulls up a paper and reads it, and then, yeah, we've been expecting you. And they kind of slowly open it just a crack for you to squeeze through.
King and queen are really efficient. How did they know? Let's walk through.
They were really fast.
Maybe they just had a
That's a lot of
standing order.
papers.
Well,
Someone says to go through, they want to go
I mean,
through.
you guys did go to the foaming mug first, so let me see if I have some cool speeches about the Warrens, or if I have to make it up and pull it out of my butt.
Ooh, ew.
While you're looking that up, I go. Jocelyn, I think you and me are the best talkers, at least between the group of us. We should think of a plan of what we're going to say when we arrive to whoever is in charge of the Gold Whisker clan.
So, that is a good idea. What do you have in mind?
Well, the first rule of negotiation is figure out what the other side wants. The second rule of negotiation is to give them that, but get what you want in return. The third rule of negotiation is don't negotiate with a dwarf because they're really stubborn and they probably won't get what you want. So that's why I'm kind of asking you first of all, but yeah, I think we should ask them what they want first and go from and see what they want and then see if we can come to some sort of an agreement. Maybe we could give them Ogromaz Bane, the city that Ogromaz Bane's in. If we take that afterwards, maybe we can get their help.
I'm not
That's
sure
kinda
if we
where
have
I'm at.
permission to give them Ogromog's Bane.
Well, it's an abandoned city. It's using except for the earth elementals right now.
Which we could take care of because they would
Right.
give us money for broken earth elementals.
Right, and then we get the Golden Whisker clan to help us.
What do you propose we use to incentivize them?
Maybe the idea of not having people hatefully trying to kick them out of their homes.
The idea of them not having their men and women die at the hands of the Stonians and going and having the city collapse into chaos and civil war should be a good motivator.
Hopefully. Do we have a backup?
Well,
Everyone roll perception.
yeah.
Oh no.
As in roller perception, I say, I'm assuming if that doesn't work, we won't be let out of here without any sort of struggle.
Let's see.
I got a 19. Yay.
I got a 16.
We're in the middle of talking and we're still the most perceptive.
Oh yeah, Jamich is looking around. He is
As
very
you are all
tactfully
like
moving right now.
walking, Jamich, you stop suddenly. You notice this area is mostly lit by blue bioluminescent mushrooms. It's much darker and messier than the rest of Blingdenstone. It is very stinky, like really, really overripe mushrooms. And you stop suddenly and realize that there is a rope tied across the way, just high enough to catch your foot if you keep walking.
Huh. Well, that's the trap we were supposed to see. I go, nobody take another step. There's probably more traps about. Cora, are you good at disarming traps like these?
What check would that be?
Do you
Sleight of hand?
have thieves' tools?
Perception.
I don't believe thieves' tools, but
I don't know how disarming traps works in 5th
I've got
edition.
smith tools.
I do
also
have some
studied
tools. Hang on.
tools.
Let's see.
It would be with thieves' tools.
Disarming a trap 5e.
I know I can
Oh.
set traps, so I feel like I can disarm them.
Thieves' tools, if they're mechanical, or intelligence if they're magical. So to disarm a trap, I mean, you can guess.
I have a hammer.
You want to hit it with a hammer?
Let's not hit
Maybe.
with the hammer. Traditionally,
Can we
hitting
tell
the-
where it
hitting
leads
traps
to?
doesn't work.
It's like
Yeah, can we-
across the way, and it's like kind of like goes off into like a little nook that you can't really make
So
out.
Anazira in their bag has had this whole time a whip. Could I use the whip to try to snag it and trigger it from a distance?
We also shouldn't trigger a trap we don't know what it does.
You can try
Maybe do
Ultimately-
it from a distance.
Alternately, can
What
we
if it's
just
on?
step over it since it's at foot height and just go boop, boop, and keep walking?
Right, this is the trap that we do see. We
That's
don't
true.
want to run into a trap that we don't see.
What I'd like to do instead is investigate for hidden traps that we don't see.
Okay, roll investigation.
Okay.
As Cora does this, I cast guidance on her.
Okay.
With it, so advantage.
D plus a D4.
Oh shit. Okay.
I give
Normal.
you a pat on the back and I say, listen, you can do this. And I give you Bardic Inspiration.
So is that an extra?
Ooh.
It's extra
1d8 or 1d10?
D8.
Ooh.
I feel like
D8 still.
I
this is
feel
where we
like
would
I don't
insert the
actually
meme
need
about
those, but
opening a
like,
door.
thank you.
You're
This is
welcome.
Cora's like, I don't
Never
need
mind,
those.
I did. That was a 15.
No, I'm sorry. I would like to
Actually, I don't
rescind my
need those,
D4.
yeah.
You have,
You have inspiration.
inspiration.
Do I need it?
I'm not going to tell you if you need it or not.
Yeah.
until
Okay, fine.
you-
I have a bunch of them. Okay, so it's probably okay, so I'll reroll it with those
Yeah.
as well with
Yeah.
the D4.
Absolutely.
One
The D4 and the
plus
D8.
one D8. Oh, that's better.
Way better.
35.
Well, you crit.
Not
Yeah,
very-
35 worth,
You crit on all of them. Wait, what?
Oh my
You got-
god!
Max. Holy shit.
Of course, he's
got
in
it.
past,
Well,
present, and
Cora,
Cora,
future.
because you
and
see
it
into the
can see
future of all of these traps too.
She sees sound.
She sees into the trap setter's mind and thoughts, and just like knows exactly what they were
I
thinking.
think Ellie just won D&D.
Yeah, chat's like she can see the trap so hard she could dismantle them with eye lasers.
I'm wondering if there's something with Foundry, because yesterday when I was playing a different game on Foundry,
Don't you dare
I'm
take this away from me!
No.
No.
It
no,
is
it's
in-
kind of the opposite. It's kind of the opposite. I got a crit, a nat 20, and then 2 nat 1s
Oh,
for the
shit.
damage. So
I could always hit up the creator of Foundry VTT and say, yo, did you rig the rolls, my guy?
So I've actually deep dived into like how to randomize dice and how it works.
It sucks.
It sucks, but it's also very hard to like.
Make it truly random.
It's impossible to get
It's
truly
impossible to
random,
get
but it's
true random.
also impossible to create like a consistent pattern like 1s and 20s.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want to know what?
So it's like you
Cora
want
just
a
saw?
happy medium.
Absolutely, I do.
Everything.
So, Cora, your eyes start glancing around. The first thing you notice
Can it be like, you know how there's that one character that is maybe is it like X-Men character where it's like kind of the Flash but maybe not the Flash, where he runs
Quicksilver?
around so fast. I don't know.
Silver
Like
Surfer?
it's like
Yeah.
he's moving so fast that it's like slow motion.
That's Quicksilver. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
I know
yeah.
what you're
Yep.
talking about.
Sorry.
This is Cora right now.
I actually that would cause a lot of problems if you did.
Oh, no.
that.
Well, no, but like with her eyes, that's what I mean. Like everything that
Oh,
she's
everything is
perceiving,
the
it's like
same.
happening
Yeah,
fast that
yeah,
it
okay.
almost
Instant.
yeah.
Okay.
Cora drank a Red Bull and
So,
became the
Like
hand
everyone
eater
else
squirrel from
blinks
over the
and
hedge.
she's already like, this is what I
Yeah.
This is what
discerned
I've
in that amount of
discovered.
time.
You hear the suggestion to just step over the rope trap, but your eyes look, and under the pile of junk that is on the ground, you realize that is a pit trap meant to catch whoever tries to step over.
Okay.
You also look up in the corner and you see a net full of boulders ready to collapse on anyone who gets close to that. And then your eyes look over in the other corner and you see a little mechanism with sharp, pointy, dart-like objects poking out of him. This place is rigged to hell.
Paranoid touch?
So Cora, just I feel like we had stepped over the trap, or did we step over the trap?
No, we
No.
just
No.
talked about
Okay.
it.
We
So-
haven't moved because I'm just like, I'm
Okay.
like, there's traps that we don't see properly.
So Cora, like, Jamich is like, careful, nobody move. She's gonna put her hand like, oh my god, like on Jamich's shoulder, and then relay all this to the party and just pointing out like frantically like where everything is, still moving at that like double speed. She's just like can't believe it.
Could we
My
use
chat is
our
saying not to
weapons
tell them
trigger
about
them?
any of the traps and just sit there and smell it.
Hal's B,
I don't
thank
think
you
so.
so much for the raid of
like-
120 people.
Oh,
Whoa.
let's go.
Welcome to Out of the Abyss, where our
Oh
ranger
my
just rolled a
gosh.
nat 20 on looking for hidden traps and found all of the traps. Thank you so
What a-
much, Hales.
What a blast from the
Welcome,
past.
everybody.
I remember Halesby. That's
What's
like
up?
way back when I was like before I was affiliate. I remember Halesby.
Damn, how you doing? Welcome,
It's
everybody.
been a minute.
We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I am the evil dungeon mistress. See, I have the title.
Mm.
And then these
Dummy
are my
mommy.
beautiful players. Dummy mommy. Here to
She's
punish
our
you with some traps.
She's our mom. She's our mommy.
Um, so wait,
Mike,
are
thank
you
for
pointing
the
out all
10
of
gifted
these?
subs.
Yes.
Mike can just
Cheers.
get
Yeah.
Okay.
You look like Ariel brushing your hair with a
A
fork.
Aww.
Thank you
Excuse me, it's
so
called a
much.
dingle hopper.
Okay, all right.
That's right. Thank you so much, Mikey, for the 10 gifted subs. Holy shit. You are so kind and amazing. You get a VIP. You get a VIP. Everybody gets a VIP.
It's just pointing out the
VIP?
VIPs.
It must be my birthday.
VIP.
Nice.
I'm so glad that you turned off all the. I'm so glad that you turned off all the alerts so we can do them for you.
I know.
We have them memorized.
Yeah. Okay, so any of these traps you'd mentioned, mechanical to disarm, or sorry, thieves' tools to disarm mechanical traps, and then intelligence to disarm other traps. Is that right?
Yeah, these tools to do mechanical, intelligence, arcana to do magical. How do
Okay.
I take it out of follower mode? I think I put it in. I had some sus.
Sounds like
shit.
something for a mod to do.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
might be able to.
You have full on each other?
While you're doing that, can I roll a check to see if I can discern what type of traps these are?
You got a nat 20. These
Okay.
are very
Okay.
mechanical. They're literally like,
Mechanical
There it is.
traps.
and they're very clunky, like very thrown together. They're not. They're
Not well
messy.
made.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're messy.
So not only is Cora pointing them out, but she's like kind of criticizing been done. She's like, that's not how I would do it. Like
Azura's like pretending like I saw them at the same time too and agreeing with Cora. She
Yeah,
points
like,
yeah,
yeah.
oh my goodness, yes,
Yeah.
that's terrible. Like, why would
Yes,
they even?
Cora's pointing at like, see, like, oh god.
J-
yeah.
J-Mitch is taking the time they're disarming traps to like quickly like make batter for the cake.
Kothor's like
Uh,
standing
Like, cooking it
perfectly
up,
in
like, really
between
quick.
Nicole and J-Mitch,
Please
trying
tell
to
me
hide
you're
it.
gonna use the blue cap spores.
Absolutely,
to
I
make
am.
the
That's what I
powder.
thought.
Yeah.
I'm like looking over my shoulder to make sure that
just grinding it up.
Nicole it can't see me, and I'm like
Yeah.
whisking it.
Then
extra
Kothor runs
fast.
over and he's like, this is very interesting.
What
Cast
is
message
that
or J-Mitch, keep going,
noise?
keep going.
You got it, buddy. You got it. For the horde.
Oh, the lines.
We just keep sending message back and forth.
You guys hear
Well, they're
some
lines.
skittering, and
Cora's gonna ask the party, anyone have tools for this arm trap? Thief tools. Anyone have?
No, but we can break them if we see the traps. We know how to avoid them. We can just trigger them now that we see them, and then walk through.
Could make noise. Does not
Are we
know.
sneaking in?
No,
Yeah.
we're
If
trying-
we have
No,
if we
but
have
why are we
permission to be
sneaking?
here from the gods, why don't we just go ask the gods about the traps and
well, they
maybe
probably
they
don't
know.
walk in.
Could be danger.
Should I
Pit.
just shout
Pit
out and
boulder.
say, hey? Should I just say, hey, we're here for diplomatic reasons, or do you think that'll get us killed?
I don't think they're going to want to be very diplomatic, so we might
Well,
not
of
want
course
to
they're
talk
not
about that.
wanting to, but like, how else are we going to open up a conversation?
I think no matter what we choose, this is going to potentially be dicey.
What if we just shout really loud and tell
Forgot.
them?
Let me,
To
yeah,
pee?
like a bear,
I
like when you
have-
shout out in the middle of the forest.
Go pee,
I-
and
I
we're
have
gonna
to
talk
go pee.
amongst our.
Yeah,
Okay.
talk amongst
Yeah.
yourselves.
We'll think of a
have to
secret
I have
plan
to
that
pee
could-
so bad. I forgot
Yeah.
to go before, so I'm a dumbass.
Yes,
right.
mommy.
All right, chat. Now that she can't
Ooh.
hear us,
Yeah,
what are we
chat.
actually gonna do with the
Come
were-rats?
Dummy, mommy's
chat.
away.
Listen, so you have a
Riot.
necklace of fireballs, right?
Okay, so what
I
happens
still
if
have
you
2
don't use thieves?
fireballs.
If you don't use thieves' tools to disarm a trap, like what happens?
They just trigger, right?
I thought
Uh,
you can't if you don't have
so-
any.
I don't
just
think you're
can't.
allowed to. It's a required thing.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Skill
So
check.
if we like cut the rope, what happens? The boulders
You just trigger
fall?
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
we-
worry is that we trigger
cry.
the trap the wrong way and like
Uh-huh.
we fuck something up.
Well, yeah. So we don't know necessarily which ones go to. Like we know. My chat's saying it blows up in your face. Yeah, cool. So
Yeah, we don't want it to.
so
blow
there's
up in your
darts that are
face.
like shooting our way. We don't know if they're like poison darts or sleep darts
Also,
or whatever kind
somebody
of.
worked really hard on all of these traps, and I feel
Not hard
really bad.
enough. She looks up
Obviously,
and
it's
down
not
again.
We could totally
Um,
try to just roll dexterity to see if, because we know where they are, if we can avoid them.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess we
let's all
could
roll.
Just
do that.
Mission Impossible them. Yeah, that's
Dun,
great.
Dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun
And then,
dun dun
yeah,
dun.
I don't want to like come in and immediately fuck up their whole
Yeah,
thing.
like we kind of want to
I
like
feel bad.
give them options and help them too, because we're not here to like
Yeah, we're
genocide
not
of
here to-
people.
we're not here
That's
to
a
make
no.
waves.
Okay, but
Oh,
That's
no,
why I
like,
think
Please don't
agree.
make the.
Agree.
Please don't
Just
make
go
the
back and talk to
paladin-
the guards. Just be like,
Please
hey,
don't
Make
guards
the
don't
what do we
know
paladin
want to
who
do?
had
The guards
Okay.
don't know
next
anything.
dump stat.
Sacrifice a
step over.
guard
Oh my god.
to trigger the trap.
Hey, dude, I think I saw something over there.
Yeah,
The-
something
They're
suspicious.
asking
Go
for
check
you.
it out.
J-Mitch.
Hey, bro, there's totally gold at the end of this
J-Mitch.
hallway. Go get it.
Yes, I'm listening.
What's your
Tommy,
AC?
Mommy, what's
Oh,
up?
I can see. I can see your AC.
My AC is 15. Smile.
A bolt whirs past your head and smashes against the wall
Whoa.
behind you.
All right,
like
all
a-
right.
Sound the
I'm-
alert! Sound the alert! We have
No,
intruders!
You can sound the alert if you
intruders."
want. Listen. We're here on behalf of Blingdenstone to seek out a peace conversation with whoever is the head of the Gold Whisker clan. My name is J-Mitch. I am a dwarf. I am not a gnome. We have a couple of ex-were-rats with us, and we would like an audience.
You can't. J-Mitch, make a perception to see if you can see your
Mhm.
assailants.
I'm just shouting into the wind, by the way.
Yeah, you look around and you see that kind of like hiding up on like some rafters are little gnomes with like elongated teeth and their ears twisting up and curling in and kind of hairy on their arms and hands with long claws are pointing
Wait.
little crossbows at you.
Who's hairier, me or them?
Roll
Their
for hair.
is like
Roll for
a
hair, yeah.
matted furry hair.
Okay,
is
so
Damage.
about even. Yeah. I'm still like, listen, we don't want any trouble. We don't mean you guys any harm. We didn't even want to
Roll
ruin your traps. They're very
Persuasion.
Ooh.
nice. Ooh, a bard thing?
I'm gonna let you do your bard thing.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate
Get
everything
him!
about this dice.
Roll. Everyone roll initiative. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Jamich sighs.
I don't have a map, so we're just gonna do
Oh no.
Sigh.
theater of the mind. Let me find my do I have
This is actually so perfect.
were
Like,
rat? I have to actually grab a were rat.
So
Yeah, we need a
disappointed.
combat encounter scene. Is that what you're working on right now?
I'm just pulling out. I don't have a scene. I just got to grab the.
It just says
Go
no,
ahead.
but I mean, like, we're not. There's no active encounter,
We're
so
in.
we
Yeah,
can't
we're not in a
roll.
I
initiative.
gotta grab you all and put you all.
Grab
into
us.
combat.
Grab us, mommy.
Oh,
There,
God.
you're grabbed.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh.
I'm
How
so-
does that sound?
Don't worry about it.
It's-
Ooh.
you gotta know how to roll your R's.
Dino Deuce played this card.
This is
Jamich,
so like
sorry, Buff
perfectly
didn't think you'd
Jamich,
need
like
it.
wanting peace
Oh,
and then
no.
never getting it.
So Dean just gave you Spirit of Charisma.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Let me see. I actually have.
What's that do?
I'm gonna give it to you. I put it stream loot rewards. I put all the rewards are now items. Just remember to delete this when at the end of the thing. I put it in the consumables. Spirit of Charisma. You're possessed by the Spirit of Charisma. For the rest of the session, you can add a d6 to any skill checks and saving throws that involve charisma.
Wow.
Yo.
Thank you, Dean.
Appreciate that, Dean. When
Also,
the next charisma
Kothar's
check will
roll-
be a success.
Did I seriously? The only nat 20 I've had in like the past month.
Oh, let me get
Let
initiative
me put some wait.
Okay.
Let me get the were-rats into the combat.
Is there one in particular that we were talking to that seems like they're the leader?
You don't
Yeah,
know.
did any-
Now I get a nat 20.
You
I said Kothar.
Nice.
don't know because you are just being swarmed by all of these guys.
Oh, this is lovely.
My goodness, that's a lot of them.
Okay. Yaslin, what do you do? Let me put the music on. You know what we haven't heard in a while?
We haven't slept either, have we? So
Nope, not even a short rest.
Oof. Oh. Oh.
Ah.
I'm also very I genuinely did not think we were going to do any combat in like the next 3 sessions, so I took off all my combat spells and put on RP spells.
No worries.
Finally, I finally got you. I finally got you. This is the session. This is the
I-
session that I
We
punished
got
you.
these guys.
The only
this,
combat
guys.
spell I have is Spirit Guardians.
Nah, we're good. We got this. This
I
is-
Well, this is
fucking got
AoE.
you. You tried to out-sneak me. You tried to out-sneak me. I will sneak you.
Come get me, mommy.
Everyone should
so
stay
thrilled.
close to
Why
me.
is this so loud?
I polymorph into a were-rat and say, "Yeah, get him."
Okay.
because that worked so well last time.
Hero
Can I
call.
try to say no? We really are here to see your leader. We don't want to cause harm. Can I try that or not?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage as they are attacking. 17 with a disadvantage?
Yeah, we're persuasive.
Damn.
Me and Jocelyn are the talkers.
All right, you'll see. You can still use your action. but-
Steve Ho played this card. Kothar, here's
Okay,
one
so-
more.
Kothar, you get to cast Bane. You have a Bane card from Steve-O. Thanks, hubby.
Thank you, husband.
Dino Deuce
Hold
played
up,
this
hold up.
card.
Sorry, let me
Anazira,
redo
go
this.
get him.
Anazira, you have.
Thank you, husband.
Oh gosh,
Why?
Anazira, you have an advantage. Yeah, Slyn, you can't see any of the. You can't see any of the were-rats. Well, except maybe like a few in front, like that are pointing their weapons at you.
So she'll actually just cast Bless.
Hey, babe, Kothar. That's what Steve is.
Hey, babe, how was your day today?
Uh,
Anything interesting happen?
Try that for that alliance shit on Steven.
Yeah, I was about to say.
yeah.
Wait, no. Is he Alliance or Horde?
He's Horde.
Horde.
Fuck around and find out.
For the Horde, am I right? Am I right?
I'll say it. For the Alliance. I play Alliance.
Steven just said it just got so much better. Oh my god. Kothar is flirting with my husband.
Listen, the Horde might have a lot of them, but it's just you and me. I might have just not won my...
I'm gonna have to punish Steven later.
I might have just not won my flirting role.
That was a little clumsy. Oh,
Are we still in
God.
combat? Should we leave?
Yeah.
do you need us to leave?
JTC and Steven need to go get in a Discord call together.
Okay, I mean, that's life on stream.
Flirting with the DM's husband is definitely the way to
That's-
get the inspiration.
Yeah, that's a new.
I suddenly feel like I'm in immense danger, everybody. Immense danger.
Is there a disintegration or something like that? The opposite of inspiration?
Later.
Nice.
Hey, this is crazy.
Steven's punishing me because I had to fight him off me during our 10-minute break.
Oh.
And he wanted to have more time. Okay, yeah, Slyn, what do you do?
I cast
Bless?
Bless, and it's going to be on Anazira, Korra, and Ritsu.
Nicole.
What?
Nicole. Yes.
Nicole,
like I said, I'm having
Anazira,
bad time.
and Korra?
Yes.
Okay, you all have Bless. What is it, a D4?
Do you want to just click on us and cast it?
It might be broken.
Oh, that's
You could
true.
try, but
I'll
I
try.
can't figure out.
We'll
I
have
can't
to
figure
just
out how to do
remember
it.
it.
The module's all fucked now.
Target.
It's okay.
Did that work?
It's okay. I will just write it in my notepad.
All right. Yeah, do that so we can move things along. Cool. Kothar, it's your turn.
And then end my turn.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is it, like, exceptionally dark in here?
It is dimly lit by blue torch lights and nightlight mushrooms.
Okay, in an effort to make it easier to see our assailants, Kothar is going to summon, like, a bright ball of energy in his hand, and he's going to lift it up to the ceiling and cast daylight.
Oh god.
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Wait,
What?
Because-
I wonder what that does.
Is it
no.
count as sunlight mechanically?
No, it does not.
Okay.
I thought it does. Or
It does not.
it's considered bright light.
It's
though.
just, it's considered bright light, that's it.
Not
Hmm.
physical
Is it-
sunlight.
Okay, so it's not UV rays and shit.
not radiant damage.
Not gonna make it so Yaslin can't see.
No, Yaslin, you'll be fine. You light the whole place up, where, and you see a bunch of were-rats go, ah! And they cower, surprised by the sudden brightness.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Damn it, this is not going how we expected it to.
Yeah, I kind of expected it to go this way, to be honest,
Yaslin,
but I was hoping not.
What did you roll for your persuasion?
17, I think it was. Yeah, 17.
Okay, this were-rat is going to make a insight. It's looking at you down its sights. But then it kind of like, as the whole place gets lit, its eyes kind of fall on you and the group of you. They look at your weapons. They look at how decked out you are. He like goes, retreat, retreat, retreat. And they start scurrying away. So this guy scurries back out of sight. This guy goes out of sight. Cora, you notice that they're retreating. What do you do? I'm blinded by the light.
Okay, so they all look like they're retreating.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to murder them. No.
Good girl.
Shooting
No.
with their back turned is a great way to create peace.
Are they like scurrying past the traps that they've set though, like dodging
they like
them?
came out of the walls. Now they're going back into the walls.
Oh, okay.
I would like to hold my turn until they take a hostile action towards us.
Gotcha. And you're holding a shoot action?
I am holding... Do I have to specify right now?
It's you specify a trigger and an action.
Yeah. Yep. It is a shoot action.
Perfect. All right, he runs. J. Mitch.
I'm gonna take one of the guys who hasn't ran yet. I'm gonna cast suggestion on them, and I'm going to say, go get your king, or go get the leader of the Golden Whisker clan and tell him that we're here for diplomatic reasons.
Okay, cast a spell.
All right. I cast suggestion. I'm like, hey man, I'm kind of asking, but I'm also kind of not.
So they have to make a DC 14 save.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see if they know that they had this spell cast on them even afterwards.
It's suggestion is wonky like that. It doesn't really tell you.
Sometimes they do say, hold on.
I know suggestion is one of those that doesn't say. That's what I'm saying.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. Then he doesn't know. If it doesn't say, he doesn't know.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
He goes, kind of wriggles his nose, and then scurries away.
Do I would know that it took effect though, right?
I believe
Do you
so.
know if it's successful? Yeah.
I believe so.
Cool.
Anazira.
That's my turn.
Geez, we're actually taking very inflammatory actions right now.
I feel like
I would
we
like
don't
to-
need
can
the
I, like-
music anymore.
Can I roll to intimidate the rest of them? Just flex and brandish my weapon? Maybe I'll just pull my sword out and it
You're-
lights up the Dawnbringer. Yeah.
Go ahead. Are you trying to intimidate?
Yes.
Roll with advantage since they are already sizing you guys up for that.
Does that mean I get to save the advantage that Handsome gave me?
Yeah, you don't have, that was inspiration. Oh, I did. No, it was it inspiration or advantage that I got? Yeah, you can save it.
I think. Yeah.
You can save it.
Dope.
Yeah, you kind of notice that they are look like they're really high level adventurers.
Yeah.
Okay. Those two run
We just-
away. Nicole.
Adverted.
The only reason they start attacking you is because J. Mitch rolled an @1 on his.
I know. I'm a failure. You want to know? You want to know something else? I have the
Hmm.
lucky feat. I could have re-rolled and I chose not to.
You gotta save it for.
Nicole.
Thought
He
it'd be
just
funnier.
moves around to stand beside anyone who's in the front. That's all.
Okay. The rest of the were-rats flee and leave you in the room alone. Probably to go tattle.
Right. Well, the important thing is they know that we're here and we didn't kill a single one of them. And I think that's a huge improvement based on what's happened in the past. So let's
Cora
take some
looks
down-
around kind of confused. Like she's looking at Anna's this like she kind of like she had her weapon ready, like she's kind of just surveying, like if they take one wrong step, it's gonna be murder city, and then they all just leave. And so she's kind of like this much disappointed that she didn't get to like flex her archery skills, but she kind of looks
Yeah.
at Anazira for a reaction, like,
Do
What
you
the fuck?
want to flex your archery skills?
I mean, there's different ways to do it.
Cora, as you lower your bow, disappointed, you kind of look down and you notice the ground beneath you is slick, slimy.
Flammable.
You kind of look at it and it stings your fingers just a little bit. It reminds you of Glabagool.
Didn't we leave him here with a boat?
You left him in Gracklestug.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
That's right.
That was like 2
Okay.
days ago.
living like a
Okay.
king right now. Probably.
So, can I do a history check?
Yes.
Okay. And so what I am piecing together is that there might be some sort of ooze monster nearby, could be hostile. History. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe next time. We have like 2 weeks in between this session and the next session. Maybe I'll get around to making some Blinged Stone music.
That is a 6.
It's slimy. Very slimy.
She's gonna audibly just kind of like, yuck. And she's gonna like look at her feet and like bring the
Good.
attention. She's gonna get the attention of the party just like that. It's yucky on the floor. See if
What
anyone
is
else
that?
notices.
we understand it's probably sewage. Probably
You
not step
notice
in it.
that this kind of area that you're in kind of splits off. Part of it goes to the right, part of it goes to the left. The part that goes to the right is very slimy. Part that goes to the left is not so slimy.
Listen, I think we should stay here and wait for the king and queen before we, or not the king and queen. Dang it, the Gold Whisker clan leader before we do anything.
Did we
kinda
even
like-
think that they're going to come? Did we hear him make that suggestion?
Yeah, but you didn't.
I
You
yelled
didn't
it.
say bring the leader here. You just said go tell the leader that we are diplomatic.
We're diplomatic.
I'm assuming that they would know.
That we
come
can't.
over
Nope,
here.
that's what.
Yeah.
Those are the
Nope.
words that you said.
Follow it.
So, I'm not assuming that the guy's gonna tell them. I'm assuming that the leader is gonna be like, "Oh, let's go figure out what this is and come back, maybe, hopefully."
We could be waiting here a very
Eh.
long time.
I mean,
Did we see
A lot of
which
the
way?
the rats definitely scurried more to the left side. They avoided the right side.
hmm,
In fact, everyone give me an investigation real quick.
Always investigation. So much better at.
I know none
Perception.
of
Anything
you.
else?
None of you
Anything
rolled an
else?
intelligence. One person in the party needs to be the investigation bitch for sure.
It would be
I
Mizura,
I
but
have 10 intelligence, so
Someone roll a
I
nat.
rolled
Yaslin
13.
has 8, so she's
I
not.
rolled a
good.
2 and I have a -1, so
Oh,
I have a
poor
1.
him,
There
though.
you
Yeah,
go.
you don't see shit. Yaslin, you notice as you're kind of looking at the slimy walls, you notice that underneath some of the like boarding that is like the trashing up the place, there is a little crumpled corpse that looks like a partially digested gnome.
There's a dead body here. Were we supposed to investigate any ghosts here or not?
Don't know.
Asking the party.
I just saw that there was one. I'm assuming it's one of theirs. We didn't do it, right? Look around.
Did
It
we?
wasn't
No.
us, right? I was so happy that we didn't kill a single person, and then
You say it was partially digested?
Mm-hmm.
oh
Looks like
gosh,
it's
it was
been dead
Anasira.
Hey, I haven't eaten since the snack after lunch. Okay, it's been a minute.
Okay.
I'm hungry, but I have not.
Wasn't-
That wasn't me.
This is the western area, isn't there? There was supposed to be. I don't know. I'm thinking of.
This is the
Maybe-
western side.
We should make a decision whether we're going to stay or leave, because I don't want to just stand next to a half-digested
Let me leave
body
a note. I
without
take out,
any kind of plan.
I
Go
take
to the
out
left.
the like highlighter pen that I have, and I go, hey, I start writing on one of the walls. I'm like, hey, this is J. Mitch, the diplomatic liaison for Blingden Stone. Sorry we missed you. We're going to the right tunnel.
Left.
Left tunnel. I have crossed out right and put left.
Yes.
If we're not back before you get this message,
Find us, maybe?
come find us. We are excited to open peaceful talks between
You
guys
realize that your
and
pen has
Blingden's-
ran out of
and-
ink
Yeah.
like 20 words ago.
Hey guys,
Um,
do you have any more ink for this?
Yeah.
No.
Yaslin is
No.
going to check. Yaslin is going to check the body quickly just to see if she can find any personal rings or anything like that to take back to the Ruby in the Rough.
I didn't get to draw a dick. I'm sad. I throw the pen on the ground.
This thing is pretty mangled. But you also don't notice any ghosts.
How does the body look like it died?
By being partially digested.
Ah,
By
In a way that I might have seen in the past?
Have you seen a body
Partially.
like that before?
Labagul did have 3 bodies in him that were partially digested.
They look like slime, the works of oozes.
oh,
Cora sort of leans down beside Yaslin, who's trying to look for any type of personal effects, and just kind of gasps and says, "Oozes." And she kind of looks down and like on the ground, like that was
please
beneath
don't
us.
eat it.
Yeah. Are oozes here? Nicole? Can Queen say anything about oozes here?
Sorry, what?
You hear suddenly a voice coming from the left side. There are a lot of oozes down here.
Who that? Hello?
A grinning, smiley gnome were-rat walks in. He's got a cane. He's got like big lamb chops. He's got a big smile and a golden tooth. My name's Chipgrin. Chipgrin Goldwhisker. one of my dear friends just told me that you wanted to talk diplomatically.
Hey, see, I told you you'd show up, guys. Yeah.
He carefully steps over a string and maneuvers past a little trap, a pitfall, and comes over and faces you all. He's alone.
Quite nimble. My name's Jamich. This is Yoslin and everybody else, and Anazira and Nakul, Cora, and Kothar. I point to them all. We were just leaving a note. You don't have to read it. I'll just summarize. We are here on behest of Blingden Stone to hopefully negotiate some sort of
yes. Say no more. I know why you're here. Fortunately, that's a really hard sell. See, my people have been here long before the other gnomes got here. We got nowhere else to go. This is our home. We deserve to be here too. But, as you can see, and he takes his cane and points it to the half-digested body, actually, it'd be easier if I just showed you. Follow me. And he's going to slowly lead you through the right passage. He leads you. Cora, you're muted.
Can I do an insight to see if he seems trustworthy and showing us something that actually legit and
like not
just,
trying to send you to your death?
Traps, yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll insight.
I think we should trust our elders.
16.
He seems nice.
Okay, that's good enough for Cora.
Oh, watch yourself. Right. And he like takes his cane and stops you right before you bump into a inconspicuous chair that's, as you look closer, it's got rigged up with all these like strings next to it, and then points a safe route to maneuver around.
Right. Our ranger over here saw your traps and was very impressed with them. Right, Cora?
Cora, roll deception.
Okay.
You didn't want to disturb them.
He just kind of looks at you and he goes, "What can I say? Supplies are limited down here."
We understand.
Sorry, we're just trying to be polite.
As he leads you through, the smells get stronger. And he leads you into an area. Let me see if there is a word for, like if there's a little reading bit. I don't think so. So he leads you into this chamber. It looks like it used to be residential. There's like whole homes dug into the walls all the way up. But in the center of this room is a pile of bodies. And it stinks. Please make an investigation.
All of us?
Anybody who's paying attention. Thank you for the raid.
Oh, jeez.
Cora.
I am.
As you look at the bodies and piles of decomposing matter, these are most definitely victims of slime attacks.
Slime. Who's this?
These are our brothers and sisters. Victims to the Pudding King.
Pudding King?
I remember when he first worked in the tunnels. My kin saw him when he returned. I know what he is, what he's doing. Most of all, where he can be found. I can take you straight to him if that's what the Digger Maddox and you want.
I mean, would it help you guys?
The Pudding King and his pudding court haunt the entire northern reaches of Blingden Stone. It's
Okay.
inaccessible. If we could clear that up and prove that it's a real problem, I think that would free up enough space for all of us.
We can do that, but you have to promise that if we can solve this problem, that when we go back and talk with Blingdenstone and you guys start to intermingle again, you won't shoot your crossbows or lay any traps or try and harm them at all. We're asking the same of them to you.
We have to set the traps, and I'm about to show you why. And he points his cane, and you see a similar, like a area that's been caved in, but like a little peephole.
Mhm.
Who wants to approach the peephole?
I'll stick my eye in the pee hole.
Pull.
Peephole, not
Peephole.
pee-hole.
I mean, people use it for different things, I'm
Oh.
sure.
I was
my
interested
God.
before when I thought it was a pee hole, but
Yeah.
now I don't. So.
Now I don't want to put my eye in there.
Yeah, sorry.
You poke
No pink
your
eye for you.
Roll for pink
through-
eye.
Oh no.
You
We have a
14,
paladin that can.
14.
Oh, it's probably fine.
Yeah,
Plus.
Nicole will.
Wait, who's doing it?
Nicole
Is
will.
you?
No,
Okay.
Nicole, it's your birthday. We can't do that.
I can see better than
Come on,
most of
pink eye
us.
on your birthday.
You look through.
That's how you break it to him? Really? Really?
For the
Oh, I
horde.
forgot
Cora,
it was my
Cora doesn't
birthday.
know that it's his birthday.
For the
No.
alliance, really?
You look through, and the place is just crawling with oozes. Slime covers all the walls. Living oozes are patrolling back and forth. Horrible sucking sounds and squelching noises. It is dark and horrible in there. A different kind of horrible than rock blight. You guys are making faces like you're taking everything I'm saying like it's dirty.
A
No.
different
we
H
never
word was gonna
not?
come out of your mouth, I'm not gonna lie.
The H word, hole?
No, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, are we
Maybe
talking
put
about
it- maybe put
macaroni?
it in Discord instead.
Anyway, yeah, that's what
Oh.
good macaroni sounds like.
What the Digrammatics don't seem to realize is this problem affects all of us. They keep sweeping it under the rug.
Well, consider us a broom, and we will, instead of sweeping it under the rug, we're gonna sweep it
Out the door.
out of existence. We're gonna help you.
Cora's like
Well,
really
it's what I-
impressed by how Jamish
it's
put
what
that
I mean
sentence
to
together. It's like,
say.
yeah, nice one.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Ugh.
With advantage? Okay.
Sure.
Wow.
You are
Wow.
good.
Oh,
I'm
good.
so
Good.
glad. 19.
Oh my god.
He smiles and claps your back. That's the spirit. I'm sure we can come to some kind of agreement.
Right.
His
So-
Look at
eyes
these
wander
guys.
down, and then he notices Topsy and Turvy.
Oh. This is Topsy and Turvy. They used to be rats. One of our party members who is not with us right now cured them.
Huh. I remember these two. They kind of like back up. We dug them out of the rubble. There was a cave in. They were dying. We very rarely share the gift. Most don't deserve it. But we felt it was the only way to save them. They ran away before we had a chance to explain. Glad you guys are doing all right. Sorry about your mama. We couldn't get to her. They just kind of like, it's okay. Well, I see you're cured of the gift. Real shame. But you're welcome to stay with us, since it is our fault. We put you through all this. It's not as nice and shiny as the eastern part of Blingdenstone, but we do have room.
Cora's gonna look at Topsy and Turvy.
They're like,
would like?
I don't know. I barely
You-
know this person.
Why don't
You
Why don't
also
we get
don't have
rid
to
of the-
decide right now. Like you can always make up your mind and come back.
Yes, think.
Okay.
Think for later.
Now, didn't you
Besides-
say you want this pudding person
The muffin
dealt
man.
with?
The Muffin
you
King,
know the
yeah.
Muffin King?
Do you know the Muffin King?
The Muffin King.
The Muffin King, yes.
Yes, I know the Muffin King. Who lives in the pudding court?
So,
And then we break
when you say
into the Uta song musical, The Muffin King.
Classic.
when you
BBG.
say
No.
Here, I need to
We-
tell you who this is. So, okay, let me explain. So you know what to say to the Digrammatics.
Mhm.
The oozes here are hyper intelligent. I've never seen oozes this intelligent before. Something's happening, and they're all being led by one little gnome. He's been
No.
here. He used to live here. He was one of the first pioneers to come to reclaim Blingdenstone. But something happened to him. Something changed. He's not right up here. He started hanging out in far reaches and corners with slimes and oozes. And now he just skulks over there. He calls them his children. He even has a prince and a princess he talks to incessantly. The other gnomes think he's a fairy tale. They don't know he exists. But if they trust you and they believe you, and he points with his cane back at the hole, if they know about this and they can clear him out, then maybe there'll be enough room for all of us. That clears up, that's like a third of the city.
you want us to deal with it,
I just want
and
you
if
to
so, can it?
tell the king maybe the Digrammatics will do something about it. We can all stay here. Otherwise, we're leaving because they keep encroaching. They're taking the Warrens. We don't have much time. And if something isn't done about that, we're leaving anyway. But the oozes aren't going to stop there. They're going to keep coming. And soon the entire Blingdenstone is going to be overrun.
Do you know who is Gnome?
We just know him as the Pudding King. I don't know his name.
Can anyone sketch a good picture of this so we can show the king and queen?
Well,
I mean, what's a drawing going to do?
yeah, we should probably just tell them.
Well, it's not like we have some sort of device that can take, to show people images later.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. We will let them know. But before we do, there's one more matter of business to take care of.
Yeah, what's that?
Because it's some special boy's birthday, and I take
What?
out a cake from behind my back that's shaped like a shield with like little dragon scales on it, with like
Is the
candles
frosting
on top.
like
Yeah, the
shingled
frosting's-
frosting?
Yeah, it's like it's like dragon scale shingled frosting, and in like fancy calligraphy writing, it says "Happy Birthday, Nicole." With like you're older now because I didn't know how old you actually are.
Kothara.
Congrats, you're old.
Banjo music starts
You're
ringing
old.
through the hall. A bunch of were-rats come out. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We know you got a birthday, so here's our wish to you.
That was my second suggestion spell that you didn't see.
One puts like a sombrero on your head. It's like a restaurant birthday chant. They're like,
Yeah.
Kothar cast thaumaturgy and like party streamers echo throughout the cavern.
Gold Whisker lights a candle, and they all huddle to say,
And
Now,
Azera uses
make a
their
wish.
shocking grasp to make like glittering hands. Like, hey.
Kronk.
Love it.
Kronk comes out from a door. It's your birthday.
Oh, you didn't tell me it was your birthday.
You're so good at that.
Oh my god, do that again, please.
Why wasn't that J-Mitch's voice?
Oh, J-Mitch doesn't really have this type of voice. It's more of a paladin voice.
Oh my god.
It's your birthday.
Maybe a fighter.
Maybe his twin brother.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey,
We
Mitch.
almost had it.
That would have been Hey Mitch's voice.
Hey, Mitch's
When he's
voice.
not
This is-
raging.
This was Hamish's voice for sure. Yeah.
Oh man.
Nicole, they all look at
birthday,
you,
Nicole.
waiting for you to make a wish and blow your candle out.
He makes a wish and blows the candle out, and he's gonna pause at the end and say, I actually had totally forgotten it was my birthday today.
How old are you, Mr. Nicole?
I turned 29.
I thought you were 21.
I thought you were like
No.
21.
No. He's. Sorry, Nicole turned 26. I turned 29.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was totally wondering how old Nicole was, and we were
He was
so
25.
into the role play.
Correct.
Yeah, 29. Oh, one more year.
Wow.
One more year, and then it's your good years.
Yes,
Oh,
30s are
yeah.
the best. 30s the best.
Yeah.
One more year before I could be officially crowned crazy cat lady.
True.
Wait, hey,
Are me and Adrian crazy cat lady?
crazy
I
cat
have
lady?
2 cats. I have 2
Um,
cats. I have more than one
I
cat.
think you need at
Okay,
least
okay.
3
I
to
thought
get in the title of Crazy Cat
Scarlet
Lady.
has a husband and a kid.
And a cat.
So and a cat, but that kind of disqualifies you from being a crazy cat lady.
I
You're
think
kind
you
of
can't be a crazy
lady.
cat lady if you're married. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, because that's the
it's-
insult for
yeah,
unmarried women.
The insult is that like you were never able to find a partner, and so you just adopted a bunch of cats and became a freaking
It's
cat lady.
jokes on them. It's not even an insult.
Right.
Right. It's
I
like people who have
appreciate my
cats.
cats.
Cats are literally
Yeah.
like, they just elevate life so much. It's just like, you guys are making fun of something, but you don't realize how much happier we are because we have cats. Like,
I
cats
heard
are
that
wonderful.
People who own cats, on average, live longer.
I
Because
with
we got to
any
make sure they
pet.
don't eat us
I
after
think
we
it's
pass.
just general pets.
my next animal will most likely be a cat instead of a dog.
I got the
See,
cat.
if I was to get
She's sleeping
a
by my
pet,
keyboard.
I
if I was
have
to
a
get
cat.
a pet, it'd
She's
most
sleeping
likely be
right
a
here.
turtle.
And
'Cause
there's
they
another
live
one
for
over there.
ages.
That's so cute.
They live for longer than you. Birds and
Exactly.
turtles.
Exactly why I'd get a turtle, because I would expect it to
I've
die.
heard that
My
birds and
cousin had a
turtles you
turtle.
have to put in your will who's gonna take care of them because
Yes.
they're gonna outlive you.
That's wild how long
Yes.
birds live. It always blows my mind when an animal lives more than like 2 decades. I'm like, dang, that's an old animal.
Horses can
old
live to
one.
like 40 or something like that, right?
No?
No, 20
So-
usually.
They're 20.
Oh, so they live as long as a cat?
I didn't know
Aw.
cats could live like
They're
into
just big
their
cats.
20s. Like I
That
had a
They can.
cat.
15 to
You
20
can horses
years.
can horses are
On
like 25 to
average,
30.
they're-
Alright.
25 to 30 for horses.
Average,
Not 40.
25
You're right.
for-
But 25
Cats
to 30.
are
Can,
like
can we
25 to
say
30.
it?
teens to 20s, early
Your
20s.
What's your sword's name
Donkeys
again?
donkeys live up to 40 years. It's
Shinebreaker?
probably I was probably thinking of like
Shinebreaker.
mules and stuff because
Or
they're a
Dawnbreaker.
hybrid.
Are you asking
we-
me or
Yeah, I know. I'm asking Nicole what their sword's name is.
Shinebreaker?
Okay, we're gonna cut the cake with Shinebreaker.
Shinebreaker is actually a staff.
We're
Shinebreaker's
gonna
a
cut the
quarter
cake
staff.
with. We're gonna cut the cake with Shinebreaker.
Yeah. Did he
Did I
stutter?
stutter?
I don't think
Smash
so.
cake.
Smash. the little bits.
Roll for smash.
Yeah.
Mm,
Wow,
That's for-
apparently,
That's for our other streams. Are off.
Don't worry.
No, cool.
Kothar leans over to Anazira. Don't worry, I have something to get smashed later.
That's exclusive content.
And Azira's just like, you know, I don't need help with, you know, spank bang tank material. You don't have to tell me. I'm good. I'm good.
All of you get a as you split up this cake with Shinebreaker, it's like chunks of it are being smushed down. All of you
And Azira's
share a
like,
piece of cake.
I follow directions. I was told to cut it with Shinebreaker, so it's being cut with Shinebreaker.
Anna
right,
Zero's
you
been
have to cut the cake.
scraping up the crushed part in the center where those lines are and just eating it because it's delicious. You know, it's like,
It turns
you
your
know, when you
tongue
crush
blue.
it down. Is Anna Zero's tongue not already blue, being
Are
a
you a
blue
skink?
chromatic?
You're-
being a blue chromatic dragon,
Your
would I
insides
not
are
be blue
still-
all over?
No, that's just your scales that are blue.
You can say that you were.
Oh,
Your innards can be
Yeah.
whatever color you want them to be.
that's true. I thought you were
Never
pink.
mind. Never mind.
No,
Is there
no,
something
Ellie,
you'd
say
like to
it.
share
Never
with
mind.
Emma?
Ellie.
Please.
Hold on. I'm
Yeah.
going to.
Would you
give
like to
maybe-
share with the
I-
class?
I can maybe tell you what color her insides are.
That's a weird thing to know.
Thank you all for joining us. Let's do golden buzzers.
Golden buzzers.
Oh my god.
Nicole, who are you giving your golden buzzer to?
J-Mitch. For
Aw.
wrangling all of us into a purely peaceful interaction.
Excellent. J-Mitch, who are you giving yours to?
I'm gonna give. Oh gosh, there's so many good ones. I definitely honorary mentions to Cora and Kothar because they always give amazing roleplay. But I want to give it to Pradox because they totally saved our ass in the combat encounter. And when I rolled the nat 1, they were able to, even with disadvantage, persuade the word rats to fuck off.
I didn't realize I have +8 to persuasion.
Yeah, we
You
are
have- you're a
both
charisma
very
caster,
persuasive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Yaslin's half naked, so it canonically makes a lot of sense to be very,
Very
persuasive.
very
When you're
Um,
completely naked.
Cora?
JTC. I enjoyed just a lot of the banter today and the little commentary was very cute. Yeah.
Oh,
Anna Zera.
I want to give it to J-Mitch for baking a cake for Nicole because Nicole and Kuretsu because birthdays. And
Birthdays.
we're just gonna canonically say since we're off for the next 2 weeks that Yaslin / product also got birthday cake.
I want
after
to do
this.
something just for
Yeah.
Yaslin when we
Separate
come
and
back.
special, yeah.
That way
Okay.
Yaslin gets a whole thing. Is that okay with you, Braddox?
That's fine. I was
Yeah.
actually thinking of doing something in the new year for my birthday anyway, so
Yeah.
I
Dope.
will also give credit to JTC because they messaged me ahead of the game and they're like, "Hey,
Aww.
can
yes.
you bake a cake for Nicole?" I said, "Absolutely."
Kothar, did I get yours?
No, I'm gonna give it to J-Mitch as well for being down when I DM'd him to bake a cake for
Aw.
Nicole.
Yaslin?
I'll just give it to J-Mitch as well for the cake interaction
Aw.
and everything.
Excellent. J-Mitch, you won the golden buzzer.
Yay! I did it.
Yay. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna miss you. for
Wow!
the next
Thanks,
2
guys.
weeks.
This is really amazing.
I've got a lot of shit to prep for the next 2 weeks because a whole bunch of shit's about to hit the fan.
So the next session's going to be on the 8th.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
'cause
this-
January.
We're not gonna remember this, so you should message us in 2 weeks and be like, "Make sure you guys roll new
Yeah,
character sheets for this session."
I'm gonna try to have lots of fun stuff prepped. You do not have a rest yet, so
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna try to batter. I think I'm too generous with rests. I think I need to throw more encounters at you before I let you rest. We'll see. We'll see. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Adios, muchachos.
Bye, friendos.
Bye.